guys, welcome to Truth Talkin Thursday. This is Jim. I'm Jane. And we've just been chatting a little bit here before we pressed the good old record button. And we were talking, Jim started by talking about the laws of attraction, and that just kind of made us think in a larger scale of how scientific we've become in our lives. Everything has to have a reason for it, and if there's no reason, we pitch it. And there's something not right with that. There's something that flies in the face of the humanity that we struggle with not having. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And the one thing this week that I've been struggling with is time. I always seem to run out of time. And I know that I'm pushing myself past what I know I can do, which is good, with qualifications.
Yes.
I need to learn to back off and take time for me before I get to the point where I lose it and bawl. And got any insights on that as to how maybe I could make that, implemented into my life?
Don't do that.
Ah.
Don't do that anymore.
A male perspective. Well, don't feel that way. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Our basic humanity and our basic sort of historical how we used to go about our business and stuff is really changing an awful lot. When you take a look at how we don't communicate like we used to. We don't communicate at all in some cases, because the technology's changed all of that. We don't spend our time the same way. We don't seem to enjoy in doing nothing. We used to sit around and talk to people, and we used to, go out and do things or get involved in things, or we would go places. And now that all seems to have changed. How we go about our social lives is changing, and when we take a look at how the next generation spends their time and what they do and how they go about their business is different, much different than ours.
Well, even thinking about kids, Jim, like when I was little, I saw some post, and it's totally escaped my mind now what the post was, but it was a picture of kids playing outside. There was no electronic devices. They were playing outside with something. I don't even remember what it was. It could have been like rocks or a mud pile. I don't know. But it said something about, when the street light came on at night, that's when we knew we better get our butts home.
Yeah.
And thinking about this generation, what do we do with our kids at night? Our kids are jam-packed into dance and hockey and basketball and volleyball, and we shove them from one course to the next. And meals, is there a family meal anymore? Not really. The family meal is whipping through the drive-thru and grabbing some junk that does nothing to promote physical health for any of us, including our kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're too caught up in busy, and because of that, I feel like we're focusing on scientific things to make it seem okay that we do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not okay. The bottom line is what we're doing, how we're living our lives, is not benefiting us physically, emotionally, or mentally.
Right. We don't even eat well.
No. So how can we expect to be healthy? Science, if we're going to apply science to things and make things make sense that way, why don't we apply the science to the health benefits? That's foolish.
But we think we are, and we're being told that we are. We're being sold that bill of goods by advertisers, producers of goods and services that we're better off now than we've ever been. I mean, we live longer. Well, we don't live longer because we're healthier. We live longer because we got better drugs.
Preserving us.
They keep us alive longer. There's no question we're living longer. I don't dispute that. But are we healthier? This whole current generation, and I think back to when I was a kid and how I used to spend my time. You were spot on. I mean, now, I went the other night and had a bite to eat in a public place, and 3/4 of the people in there were on cell phones. Parents, kids.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody. We just respected ourselves. We don't respect ourselves now.
No.
And
And because of that, we don't respect others either.
No, we don't have respect for public property. We don't have time to take time.
No.
And
But
we don't think we do.
Yes.
That's the thing. We don't think we do. We have to be busy all the time, or we feel like we're failing something or someone. And
when in actuality, what we're doing is we're failing ourselves.
Yeah.
I pushed myself so hard yesterday that I was exhausted come night. And I don't regret doing that, but I find myself today adding more and more into my day. And why am I doing that? This is supposed to be my weekend off. I'm not supposed to be thinking about business. I'm supposed to be thinking about Jane so that my head can regroup. And I know this week was a huge week for me, and I know I need to process what happened so that I can welcome what is coming, if that makes sense.
Oh, perfect sense. And if more people did that, we'd be a healthier bunch. We really would be a healthier bunch. But we've made, antidepressants, and we've made anxiolytics, and we've made, we've made drugs, just regular kind of over-the-counter drugs. We've made them so important in our lives that we can't live without them now. We don't think, and what a sad state of affairs, because all we've got to do is just slow down, think about things, give ourselves permission to do nothing. Like you were saying, when I was a kid, how to spend time. Parents, they do. They got their kids involved in everything. I think a part of that is that they feel that this is what parents need to do, and they need to be good parents. Therefore, I mean, did you ever think that maybe, just maybe, sitting down and spending some product time or quality time with your kids, learning how to catch a ball, doing something physically active with them, as opposed to you sitting and watching them be active? Well, that's what they want.
The other thing is it what your child wants? Is your child asking to be shoved into all of this stuff? Is your child asking? If your child is asking, they are probably the ones that are going to be the next Wayne Gretzky or Michael Jordan. Those are the children that intrinsically know what they want and what their purpose is. Some people are just driven like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But your child, even if your child is that driven, they still need downtime. Yeah. They still need time, especially at night, I feel, to wind down from their day and chill.
How was your day? I mean, when was the last time you asked your kid, how was your day? How'd your day go? What did you do? Help me understand what you did today. It's called actually caring for the people that you care about. Yeah. That's all that is. It's just, I'm interested to know how you spent the last 24 hours kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've sort of learned how to make time by taking time. So I divvied up my day, and I said, okay, well, nice day out. I'll go inside and I'll get that done. I mean, there are certain things that you need to get done, so you get them done.
Yeah.
But we spend a lot of time creating stuff that we don't need to do, where we attribute a kind of a false sense of importance and necessity to things that really aren't.
And adding more and more.
Yeah.
That's what I find that I do. I just add more and more to the next day.
Yeah.
I might have a killer day getting stuff done, but then the next day I just add more stuff.
Take time to make time. That's my thing.
And there's nothing scientific about that.
No.
Nothing. It's common sense.
That's right. And
that's what we're not using when we're applying all of this other technology and science to live our lives.
There you go. It's in a nutshell. Just do as we tell you and everybody will be happy.
It seems very clear. And I will take that advice to heart, and I will rearrange. So have a great week, everybody.
Thanks for stopping by.